Ha! Welcome back to Big Trouble in Little Podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Chaz.
Blow up Gallagher. I'm Joe Dubs.
I'm Zach.
This is it's a brand new month and it's a brand new theme. It's Adam Sandler movies.
Whoop-a-doo!
I don't know. There was no feasible segue. It's just we're doing Adam Sandler movies now, and the first pick was my pick, and I picked Pixels. I picked Pickles. Never
Say
mind.
that 10 times.
You're
fast.
fired. You're fired.
But anyway, similar to when we did music movies, you guys all chose like Oscar bait, like best movies of all time. And I was starting to see the way this month was panning out. And one of them is Oscar bait, and one of them is just a really great movie that's not going to win any awards, but I really like it. And I can't remember what the third movie one of you guys chose was. But I was like, no. We can't just watch the good Adam Sandler movies. That's completely against the point. So I thought I was choosing a real stinker. And this movie does suck. This movie's contrived and dumb and lowest common denominator, but I had a little fun watching it.
Oh, I had a great time, dude. Like the concept of this movie is stupid. But I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at multiple points of this movie.
Yeah, I laughed a few times, half a dozen maybe.
Yeah, I feel like this movie is like you're hungover, drunk, and you just need a big sloppy greasy plate of fries. It's equal parts like you can enjoy it, but there's a little bit of shame in it. I feel like I laughed at something and went, "Oh," but then I was like, "I'm still entertained though."
No, what frustrated me most is 80% of this movie really is lowest common denominator, like Happy Madison fart joke bullshit. And I was like, "This is okay, I get it, whatever. It's just dumb." But every once in a while, there's like a well-written joke or a well-delivered line. I was like, "What?" That laugh doesn't belong in this movie. God damn it!
That's exactly what would happen. Is I would laugh about something. Like I guess two different types of laughs. Like there are a couple of well-written jokes, but then there's also like some funny jokes that are just so bad I kind of just laugh, and those are the ones that I had the shame about. But there's just some outrageous stuff in this movie. Like the creator of Pac-Man being
Cory Iwatani. That was my favorite part. He's like, "No, he's my son.
Yeah, my child. I'll speak to him.
I'll speak to him. My son, you were not made for this." That scene was hilarious. I really liked all of that.
Yeah.
Utterly ridiculous.
What type
It wasn't
of beer
really
commercial
Cory
is this?
Iwatani. I was like, "There's no way it's really him." I looked it up. It's not. But
They're
they're even calling him professor though. Like he's a professor at like Tokyo University for game design or some shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just like the idea of him being in the movie. The thing that made me cringe the most, aside from the obvious thing, which is Kevin James being in a leadership role, which it is what it is, but Peter Dinklage in this movie,
He's great.
I see. You think he's great?
He's great. He's great. Full stop. Full
Oh
stop.
my
Peter
God, I
Dinklage
hate
is one of
it.
the best parts of this movie. Period.
Oh,
He's better
yeah.
than Adam Sandler. He's better than Josh Gad.
Oh, I think he's so bad in this movie.
I know, but that's part of what I like about him. They did ruin his character a little bit. I was really upset because his character has such a potential. Like, it's obviously like it's like a Billy Mitchell, like he's like a real douchebag kind of thing.
He's literally a mini Billy Mitchell.
He's a
That's
Billy
literally
Mitchell. He's
what he is.
100% a Billy Mitchell. But what I really wanted to see happen is at the beginning, they make you hate him right away. He's a douchebag. I don't like him. He's popular, and everyone else is a archetypical nerd. Like back in the 80s, especially, but also like into the 90s. Like if you liked video games and stuff like that, you were just a nerd. You were an outcast. You were like a completely different social clique. It's subdivisions. There's a Rush song about it. But Peter Dinklage has two women on his arms. He's popular and he's charismatic and he's very confident. He's like, who cares that I gave the nickname to myself? It rips. Or no, it's what's he say?
It's
Bodacious?
tubular.
Tubular. That's it.
Tubular.
That's awesome. Like
tubular.
I like how obnoxious and charismatic and confident he is. That's what makes him interesting because other nerds aren't confident. That's why Adam Sandler's character Brenner is just working for Best Buy or whatever they call it in this, the Nerd Squad thing.
Yeah.
But he's obviously like an intelligent guy, and he should be doing better than that. But he doesn't have confidence or whatever. Same thing with Josh Gad. He's just like a basement dwelling misanthrope weirdo. But Peter Dinklage's character is confident and criminal, which I also really like. He like defrauded the government. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's
the first things he asked for is like, I want no tax. Do not
tax ever again. I was like, yes, that's a great idea.
his character's not necessarily the problem. Like, I like his character. Like I said, they did a good job of making you like, oh God, what a douche. Like, again, that part I don't have a problem with. I think it's just watching him act. Some of the ways he delivers the lines, I think, are a little cringy. And then I forever now will think of him having that interview where he basically comes out and says, I like all the stuff about short people, about how they can't play in certain roles, and he's I know this isn't that role, obviously, right? Like, any person could play this role, and that's the point. So that's not it. But just seeing him act in that, and then being like, "No, I take acting very seriously. You can't possibly do this," and I'm like,
yeah, you gotta separate the art. From
I know. That'll said my nag aside, because I'm being an asshole.
But what I was saying is that I hate that they do the cheating thing with him, because it's so obvious from the beginning. And I would have really preferred that he was just a prick.
Yeah, that would have been way better if he was just
I think that would have been more interesting, because they like character assassinate him, and then he's just like arbitrarily like, oh, by the way, I cheated. Sorry, Brenner. And everyone's like, oh, okay.
Also,
well, why'd you do that? Why'd you screw up that character?
But also, what's funny is how this is what I didn't get. And again, it's not supposed to have any logic to it, because literally aliens decide to use pixelated videography and attack the world. So it doesn't need to make sense. But how did he use the video game cheat when they're in a car? Like, it doesn't fucking make sense. So it's like, I mean, I agree with you. I would have been happy if he just was a cocky asshole that was that good. Like, I would have liked
that way better. Like, they should have like clashed or something. He should have been like, Brenner, you're a fucking loser. You can't run this team. I should be in charge of this team. Like, there should have been a bunch of that kind of stuff.
He should have been like Lucas in what the hell is that movie? The Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the power glove. It's so rad. He's like that guy.
Yeah, he could have been an anti-hero as much as he is like an antagonistic kind of character. But that's what's interesting is, of course, they're all nerds from the early 80s. That's how nerds from the early 80s act. And they have in all fiction ever. But here comes Peter Dinklage's character, and he's like a cocky asshole, and he's confident. That's interesting. I think that's why I liked that character so much. It's like, oh, okay, an early 80s nerd who has confidence. I've never seen that before. That's interesting.
Funny enough, I think my favorite character of this movie is Josh Gad's character.
Josh Gad, he is good. He's good.
The absolute like weird conspiracy theory thing, but more importantly, some of the ways he delivers some of his lines, he goes way over the top of the screaming. I don't know. That's the type of stuff I would laugh at and go, I'm ashamed I laughed at that, but that's so funny.
Well, he's like screaming at his grandma. He's like, I'm trying to save the world, Grandma.
that seems really funny.
Don't yell at me!
I kind of think Adam Sandler's like the suckiest one in the movie in a way.
Yes.
Yeah. He very much is just like
even Kevin James is better than him, and I fucking hate Kevin James. Like, that's not fair. I don't like hate the guy. Like, I wouldn't like hit him if I saw him. It's just like he seems to be like the lowest of the lowest common denominator kind of actor. Like, the stuff he's in is always just like bullshit. And even in this, he's just bullshit. He's the president, like eye roll. He's got a couple funny moments.
Paul Blart.
I think it's because Adam Sandler's kind of like he's played a little too straight here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's trying to be the straight man for like Kevin James, Josh Gad, Peter Dinklage.
Everyone's being over the top.
Like he had some zingers, when he's like talking to Violet, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've seen that meme a lot lately. Like, what is it with Adam Sandler and women with V names? I keep seeing it come up, and I'm like, that is weird. Every movie he's in, his romantic interest has a V name.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's weird.
Him and his buddy write all his movies, though, so makes sense. Must be a thing. Must be an in-joke.
Lady Lisa.
Oh, yeah, her. Yeah. I looked her up because I was like, she looks familiar. Who is that? And it's like, she's like some nobody, and she's kind of fat now, so I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
So I immediately don't care. Who cares about a personality? Fuck that bitch.
Yeah. mean, I didn't know she existed until I saw this. Why should I care?
Speaking of bit stuff, Dan Aykroyd is in this, and his vodka is in this, which is hilarious.
That's funny, yeah.
And Sean Bean's in it. I really Sean Bean needed to be in it more. I always need more Sean Bean.
Dude, they called him. Did you see the credits? They called him a Corporal Hill. I'm like, why is a corporal giving everybody fucking orders?
Great question.
Stupid movie.
Maybe that's part of the joke.
It must be.
My favorite part is like they're discussing to this like by the way, they call it football in Europe, but it's soccer. And he's like, what is this? And Adam Sandler's like, oh, there's aliens coming, they're gonna destroy everything and all that stuff. And like Sean Bean's like, it's a beer commercial.
They're shooting a beer. That's one of the very genuine laughs that got at me. That's a funny joke.
Yeah, he just like the guy just accepts it. He's like, oh, good luck with that, mate.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, then the centipede gets fucking loose and stuff. He's like, what type of beer commercial is this? And I'm like, that's genius.
He said, and I'll tell you, it's a beer commercial. It's a beer commercial.
He's over there to yell at the guy, yeah. Speaking of centipede appearing, like, that's, like, we're all dorks, and we all play video games, and there's a lot of, like, pandering and like, fan service-y kind of stuff in this movie, and it's obnoxious, but some of it's fine. Mm-hmm. The final thing where they get beamed up to the ship and they got to do Donkey Kong, that's exciting. That's cool. I like that. I marked out a bit because like you see the girders before you see Kong, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool right there. And then they all drop down like in the arcade game. I like it. It's neat.
I like the Pac-Man one, the one in New York and stuff, because it was like cool seeing them go through the streets and then the power-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
And I gotta admit, like, Adam Sandler backing up in that fucking Mini Cooper or whatever they're driving, or Fiat.
Mini.
Yeah.
He's a Mini Cooper.
And like backed up and shit. I was like, that's fucking cool. I enjoyed that scene.
Yeah, they can have a little bit of action stuff in here. They did an okay job.
I gotta admit, I simultaneously said the same thing Adam Sandler said when at the end where the guy was sad about Lady Lisa dying.
Oh yeah, that was just Cubert. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
It's like, is nobody just like upset that Cubert just turned into this woman?
Yeah,
I think all the stuff with Cubert was some of the stuff that I liked the least. That was the stuff that I was like, okay, this isn't funny. This isn't landing for me. But
this was like someone sees it and goes, oh, that's Cubert, and then moves on, and then a kid laughs because it's like, oh, look at that little weird thing. What is that?
Yeah, it's doing the weird little cute stuff. It's like how every anime in the 90s had to have a weird floating animal. It feels like that kind of tacked on.
I like the weird floating animals.
Sometimes you like them, but Cubert isn't one that I was. And I like Cubert as a concept, as a game or whatever.
Yeah. I was gonna say Cubert's one of my favorite characters.
See, that totally checks out. See, here's the way I look at it. In the 80s, they had Pac-Man as the mascot of video games, and then of course, like Mario takes that kind of lead. And then in the 90s, that's where we're at, and we'll keep going. But for the joke's sake, Sonic is the autism counterpart to that, and Cubert is the 80s autism counterpart. So there you go. Yeah. I don't know, I always see him. I was like, he's like Pac-Man with a touch autism.
I like how Adam Sandler buried fucking Last of Us, by the way. The kid was playing Last of Us. He's like, there's no patterns to this game. All you do is shoot.
You just pretend you're the guy. You don't want to die. That is funny. That's the funny line.
Yeah. But it also goes back to like what gaming has changed into. It's just like the most subtle like brushing on the idea of like video games have evolved from simply being a game of pattern recognition where you're trying to eat quarters or play through a puzzle, as opposed to which games can still be that. But we're also now seeing things where you're actively just playing out a book or a movie in live time.
I don't like that part of it because that seems really reductive, and it really is just like, let's make this easy and dumb for the movie. But they act like, oh, there are no more patterns in games. Yeah, there's millions of indie games. There's hundreds that come out all the time, and they're all kinds of stuff. And several of them have this pattern stuff that you're so addicted to.
And Dark Souls has it.
Yeah, and games are just more now. Like, we have that, and we have great stories. Like, it's reductive for the sake of like, oh, things used to be better back in my day, back in 1982.
It'd be the equivalent of someone being like the world's like best foot racer, but then everyone's moved on because now we have cars, and that person's like, oh, well, it ain't like that. We had to foot race back in the day, and he's like, yeah, but I have a car. It's like, this is so much better.
The world doesn't need blacksmiths anymore either.
Right, it's true.
It's not true. It's just the role of a blacksmith has changed. It's changed to do a different kind of job.
Well, yeah,
you don't make money anymore.
It's evolved. Like we're no longer like the economy for chainmail is not there, right?
It's an economy for metal work. It's all changed.
Speaking of
absolutely.
Speaking of technology, is there like a cut scene that explains why there's a robot at the weird government science place?
Never.
No.
I think
did they cut something? Like why? Why is there a robot?
I think it's literally to denote that they were given access to like this high security place, and it's supposed to really settle like, oh yeah, no one's supposed to know about this, and it's because they have a robot, and it's like this is stupid because it's immediately like completely derailed by the fact that her kid's there, and she's like, I can't find a babysitter, which I'm not gonna lie, made me kind of eye roll laugh because I'm like, why would the kid be allowed to this high clearance area? But whatever.
Is that hey, look, it's the sandwich guy. Gotcha.
That's basically it.
I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not impressed by Adam Sandler movies, but he always like entertains me well to a point where I'm like, that's a movie. And like, I thought I was gonna hate this movie.
Yeah, that's why I chose it. I thought we would all hate it, and I was watching it. I was like, "Oh shit, this is actually like not as hateable as I wanted it to be."
It's okay.
I always think about. I never watched an Adam Sandler movie thinking It's kind of like I'm not looking at it like I'm going to be blown away with some sophisticated thing. Hold on, just a second.
They got him.
To finish his thought, some people thought that, I guess, if you look at like the critic reviews and everything, I don't know what the fuck these people were expecting. I guess that goes into my facts though.
Yeah, what did people have to say about this movie? I genuinely don't know.
So that's my second point. I'll get there in a second. I don't have a lot about this movie because it didn't have some crazy development cycle. It didn't have like, a lot of
money.
stuff.
Money was the development cycle.
It was money, and Adam Sandler saw a little indie short a French guy made, and he's like, "That's cool. Can I buy your idea to make a movie out of it?" And he's like, "Oui." And
I've seen that short actually.
That's what happened. Yeah.
It has the Tetris. They take the Tetris gag straight from that short, where it makes the building the layer disappear.
And like, he saw it, and to his credit, he thought, "Hey, there's something here." He was kind of right, I think. There was something there. Chris Columbus apparently thought there was something there too, I guess.
Yeah, isn't that weird that it's Chris Columbus?
It's Krim. Like, he did this movie, okay, but like,
very weird.
Let's see. The budget for Pixels was kind of high, like $129 million.
How much of that did he embezzle?
The box office though was $244 million. It's not that good. It had a lot of competition though when it was out at the time. Like, it came out like a week or so after Minions and Ant-Man.
Oh no! Okay,
that's tough, man. The first Minions.
I mean,
too.
I think we all agree this movie is not like the best.
No, I think it's okay. But like, I was looking at critic reviews for this. It's crazy. It's like they fucking hate it.
I think critics think about Adam Sandler the same way I was coming into this episode, and still do to a lesser extent. It's like, oh, it's Adam Sandler. This will be trash. And I think kind of they write the review before they see the movie.
Oh, it's a good segue to that point I had, because I had an exact point about that type of thing, and then I got interrupted by angry sick mom. Anyway, it's all fine. So I think of Adam Sandler movies as like a greasy cheeseburger, and you can still fuck up a cheeseburger, but most of the time it's at least okay. Like, I'll find something in it that I'm okay with, but there have been, especially in like the last 10, 15 years, there have been a fair number of those Adam Sandler movies that are just really shitty cheeseburgers. But I'm never watching it thinking I'm getting a steak, but occasionally he has the movie that comes out that's like really good. So,
well, no, that's the thing. Whenever he has a movie that comes out that's really good, it's someone else's movie. When Uncut Gems comes out, it's because the Safdie brothers made it. But when Magnificent, or whatever it's called, the Silly Six, or whatever the fuck it was called, when that comes out, that's an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's see. Like, it's got like 27 out of 100 on Metacritic based on 37 critics.
27, fair enough. I mean, that's more or less where I'd put it. I'd put it 30, 35.
I think you don't see enough bad movies to put a movie like that there. You
Yeah,
have not
I
seen
feel
the
like
fucking trash.
I feel like
Well, it's not like it's just a score for this movie. You're talking about grading on a curve.
It's not grading on, yeah, you grade on a curve of every kind of movie you've ever seen in your whole life. You don't just grade things in a bubble.
Like, yeah, this okay. Let's talk about this because this is a 5 is an average, right? Like, this movie,
and we're saying it's okay. Is 3 okay? That sounds like
3's
it's
a bad movie. Yeah, I feel like this is closer to 5 than 3.
But like
40, fine.
So like some guy, that's I gave it 2 stars on Letterboxd. That's about what I thought.
Yeah, I gave it 1.5, but I very nearly gave it 2. I'll admit. Like honestly, it kind of boiled down to. I like the pieces, but when you assembled the Lego set, it was like, this Lego set sucks.
Yeah. So this guy on like Rolling Stone gave it 1 star out of 4, and he says a 3D metaphor for Hollywood's digital assault on our eyes and brains, deeming it relentless and exhausting. And then some guy on like
if you're an old fuddy duddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these weird fuddy duddies, another lazy Adam Sandler exercise in 80s nostalgia. It's like, okay. Then he says an overwhelmingly sad experience. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, in their defense, they're reviewing this movie in 2015. We're reviewing it in 2026 when Adam Sandler has made so many more bad movies. Like, I think this one's good compared to some of the stuff that will come after. Then they were like, how low can Adam Sandler sink?
Soul-sucking emptiness.
That's too far. It's not soul. It's just hollow.
I mean,
a vacuum sucks, but it's not because it's sucking your soul. It's because there's nothing there.
I mean, I'm going to argue that he already hit his rock bottom before this movie.
So wait, I was going to say, did Jack and Jill already come out?
Yeah, Jack and Jill came out in 2011.
Famously like one of the bottoms, yeah.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
Well, that's the thing, is he made that and a couple other things, and people are like, oh, I see what Adam Sandler's doing. And now he just has that stink on him for the rest of his career.
Oh, yeah. No,
unless he's in a Safdie Brothers movie or something.
Yeah. I think people are starting to come back around to him a little bit, though. I think it's mostly because of nostalgia of his older movies.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Waterboy and Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Everyone likes those movies, but unless like Paul Thomas Anderson or the Safdie Brothers are directing him, he kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's what he writes for himself and how he directs himself.
I mean, the guy's a multimillionaire, if not a billionaire, maybe? I don't know. So I mean, he's doing something right. He's doing the same thing that like he's appealing to this dumb flyover state audience that also likes Kevin James movies, and they like fucking Duck Dynasty and they shop at Walmart. Like,
did you say fucking flyovers?
Yeah, I did.
I know you were a coastal elite, motherfucker.
I'm not. I live in Appalachia.
Yeah, you live in one of the flyover states.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm surrounded by those people. That's the people around here probably like
Andy out here, fucking heel turn promo. He's like, listen here, you mouth breathing porters with your power line over your homes.
Oh, you like Waterboy, bitch? Guess what?
I can never hate the guy because he's like one of the few people out in Hollywood that never let it get to him, really. He's like one of the most real guys out there still. I like that he walks around in like bullshit baggy clothes and he
wears like sweatpants and stuff,
yeah.
So I can never hate him.
Is he likable in person? I thought I'd heard he's standoffish. Like, not a dick. He's just like not friendly.
I think he's kind of like Harrison Ford in that way. You know, everybody mischaracterizes Harrison Ford as this grumpy old asshole guy.
Yeah.
It's because he doesn't like when people fucking suck up to him when they meet him in real life and shit. He fucking hates it.
Yeah.
That's why he likes that journalist chick.
Yeah, it's like if you're like cool, like you just treat him like another guy, he's cool with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's my understanding is that that's like a lot of interviews with others have been like he's been super nice to them in the setting that they're just treating him as another person. He's super down to earth and has been very helpful to a lot of other people, but he's just another guy. He just happens to be, this is what he gets to do, right?
Yeah. No, one thing is absolutely sure. He doesn't seem hateable. Like he seems like just whatever. Okay, guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never met him, so I don't.
Hey, and he took all his friends.
Adam, do you want to come on the show? Send us a
Yeah.
tweet. We'll let you on, buddy. We'll give you.
Can we be friends with you?
We're doing a whole month of just your movies. You could probably come on.
Yeah, you're gonna hate my pick probably, but come on the show.
Yeah,
it's his movie, right? I mean,
yeah, it's his movie.
I'll go as far as to say, Adam Sandler, if you join us on the show, we'll just cover the rest of your catalog for the remainder of the season. We'll just throw the rest of the season down
right out the window. We haven't even done my month yet, and I wouldn't give a fuck. We were watching Jill.
Man.
It would
50
be like
first dates, 50 episodes of Adam Sandler, more like.
Yep. Time to review Grown Up 7.
We watch a whole month of Jack and Jill, but each fucking week we have to do like a stipulation, like we have to fucking pound 50 beers before we watch Jack and Jill.
We'll go even further. We'll start watching movies like B movies that his company made and directed, but he's not even in. Like, listen, you ain't gonna talk me into watching Grandma's Boy. We'll do
Happy Madison. Didn't they also make a bunch of like really shitty sequels and stuff?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, there's also a couple of gems. Like, Grandma's Boy's a classic.
Yeah, I do like that movie.
Shit, I'll watch it. I'll watch a Kevin James movie on Fent.
Well, let's slow down. Let's slow down.
Kevin James month. Let's go.
Oh man,
I rather fucking.
I think we should do that.
Oh god,
I would hate it. You see that Kevin James is more interesting because Kevin James doesn't have The Wedding Singer or fucking Uncut Gems or something. Like, he's not in that kind of stuff.
No, he has King of Queens. That's all.
What's that movie?
Hutch?
No, hang on. Kevin James and the guy who was Jack Reacher is in it.
What the fuck?
Oh,
the Jack Reacher guy is like a secret agent, and they're like both fathers, and they do a bunch of like dumb bulls. It got auto played when I was at my sister's because we like watched a movie earnestly, and then the Roku was like, I'm gonna play this fucking Kevin James movie. And for some reason, my dad kind of liked it. And I was like, this movie's stupid. And, the kids were like playing and stuff and making a bunch of noise. But like the little bit of it that I saw was like eye-rollingly terrible. And I was like, what is going on in this movie?
I gotta look this up. I mean, like the highest rated movie he has is Here Comes the Boom. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that movie or not. It's about where he's a teacher. It's actually based on if I remember, it's based on a true story about a teacher who
doesn't help.
Yeah, well, I've watched it. I'll say, like, I'll defend it a little. It's not a terrible movie. It's okay.
Part of me, just for the sake of being part of the internet cultural zeitgeist, wants to see Paul Blart Mall Cop once.
Oh, that movie sucks.
So you've seen it?
Oh yeah.
Why have you seen all this trash? Why have you seen Pixels and Paul Blart?
Because, dude, I watched garbage. I'm a fucking trash panda.
Playdate. That's the name of the movie that I was thinking of. Playdate.
Oh, that's a new fucking movie. Like,
it just came out.
It just hits. That's why it auto-played it, because it was like featured on Roku or some shit.
Yeah.
We watched Paul Blart. I think we were drinking though.
Oh yeah. No,
I did.
No, we did. You don't remember it, I guess.
We should totally do this. Okay, because you're gonna love this, Andy. Andy's gonna like have a rage fit after this, and we might have to bail him out of jail. But if you want to do this movie date idea, like it's a double feature. We all get together and get really drunk, and we watch Paul Blart, and then we watch Observe and Report, which is the Seth Rogen version of Paul Blart.
I fucking hate Seth Rogen. I don't even know if I can have a good time with that.
That's what I said. You just okay. I will say, fun fact about that movie. I know we're getting way off track, but
it's fine. We already said Pixels is fine. Watch it for a little bit of fun. It's not going to win any awards. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, exactly. It's fine. In college, I went with a friend to the movies. We went and watched Observe and Report. I'm not going to ruin anything about the movie. But
what is wrong with you? You with movies is like Dubs with movies and games.
Listen, I knew it was going to be bad, but my buddy's like, hey, do you want to get really fucked up and go watch a movie? And that's what we did. So we went and like indulged the substances, and we're like being obnoxiously loud in this movie theater in the back in Pullman Square.
True heroes.
We're watching Observe and Report. And the first bit of it's like, oh, we're like laughing at like the idea of being fucked up in the theater, but not at the movie itself. And then something kind of funny happens. And then there's little bits where it's fine, but mostly sucks. And then something at the end happens. And I genuinely laughed harder than I ever have in a theater, to the point that we almost got kicked out for laughing.
But it was at the end of the movie, right?
But it was at the very end of the movie. I don't want to spoil it. If you've watched it, if you're thinking, what could have possibly happened? But there's only one thing that could have happened. I don't know why we thought it was so funny. I think it's a mix of like immature, like 20-year-old in a theater seeing something stupid, but also I was just really, really drunk.
Did it involve a fart?
No, it involved. I don't want to ruin it, only because
we might watch it.
I might make you guys watch it at some point.
All right, yeah, keep it in your back pocket. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because
it's really dumb, but it is funny. And for the context of my younger self seeing it, I thought it was pretty funny. But
seeing movies in a different state of mind in a theater is a pretty good experience. I actually really dig that.
Yeah, I pounded 4 Long Island iced teas and watched The Book of Eli and had to rewatch that movie again to find out.
As long as we're this far off the rails, one of my favorite movie going experiences ever is me and 3 friends went to go see Mad Max Fury Road. And 3 of us had already seen it once. It's just that movie rips, and we were like, yeah, let's go see it again. We got to make this 4th guy see it. And I had a flask, and when we got there, we were the only people in that theater. Only ones. So we got to do whatever we wanted and be as loud as we wanted. I was like, I've got a flask. So we watched Mad Max Fury Road and like didn't get drunk, but kind of got like a buzz on and like just really like hammed it up with reacting to that movie. Like it's not a funny movie, but there's lots of stuff that's like, oh man, oh shit, oh you got it was a lot of fun.
It's probably a kick-ass to watch in that type of situation.
It's like, whoa, there's a car. There's another car.
No, it was fun to just let yourself get taken all the way into the action.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Another similar experience is I wasn't under any stuff. Have you guys seen The Disaster Artist?
No.
Yes.
I'm familiar with it, but I've never watched it.
Okay. I went to go see it in theaters with one friend, and it's a very small theater. And it was just us and like a couple other groups of people, but 2 or 3 other people were clearly very stoned because you could smell it on them. And they're like giggling and laughing it up. We're like, oh, great. This is going to ruin the whole experience. And as soon as there was like a vaguely serious scene, they like got that weird locked in stoned and didn't make a sound the rest of the movie. And to me, that was even funnier. The fact that they like got sucked into The Disaster Artist.
When the bean kicks in, dude, as I'm chewing on a gummy right now, when you get locked in, you get serious, bro. You're like, you gotta understand what's going on in the movie because your fucking brain is lifting off into the stratosphere. I just did the Ultimate Warrior promo. Anyway, did we all
full-length motion picture, rock kick your ass from beginning to end? that was literally a promo we did. We talked about getting some collar last time.
Yeah. I recommend the movie, by the way. I guess that's what you were saying before.
Yeah, no, I did give it 1.5 out of 5 stars, but I still recommend it. Like, it's fun. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You can recommend garbage. Yeah, it's a recommendation. It's a very light, like you said, lowest common denominator. Like, no one's going to watch it and hate it.
Well,
no, some people will watch and hate this movie, and they're film critics.
Yeah, and they can be taken out back and beaten. Like, I don't even trust film critics anymore after hearing one of them say
no one should.
Home Alone 3 is better than the other 2.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah, never
Roger
again.
Ebert.
Yeah, right. Fuck that guy. Like he ever did anything worth the damn.
He tried to make movies and they sucked.
Everybody's got stinker opinions, and some people think Sinners is like Roots or the color purple right now, I guess too. So
I mean, that's the thing is you got hits and misses, even film critics. So whatever. But I'm sure we've had some hits and misses. The funny thing is, I've kind of realized that there's a difference between how I rate a movie and whether or not I recommend it. Because I do recommend this 1.5 stars, but I think I gave like Heaven's Gate 2 stars, but I don't recommend that movie. So
I do the same thing. Sometimes there's just things that are objectively not that good, but you can recommend it somehow.
Totally. But this is one of those cases. But speaking of whether or not something's recommendable or not, we're going to watch another Adam Sandler movie next week.
Yep. Spaceman.
I've never seen this movie.
I've never heard of it. I didn't know he did a movie called
It's a relatively new movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a total tonal shift, so don't get like not funny with like Adam Sandler. It's not going to happen.
Well, then we're going to get another knee jerk the week after that. But
yeah. This is definitely a Dubs movie, so be prepared for that.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that. I'm terrified.
Well, the poster for it's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's enjoyable. might be a little sad. I don't know. Maybe
Paul Dano's in it. I'm in.
Paul Dano fucking sucks.
We're fucking full speed now, baby.
QT said he sucks.
I asked her he did. I love that picture of them on like a red carpet somewhere, and Quentin's looking at him like, I fucking hate that guy.
He's like in the background looking at staring a hole in the back of his head. Oh my god.
I'm gonna hit us with the silent stinger.
Silence.
I get the Sting clip we were talking about.
I was fucking tired as shit from my dumbass fucking job about stupid bullshit, but I
think it cut into the middle of your sentence.
I mean, you got this. One day you're gonna get it. All you do, you just get the little clip where it's just Sting taking the Sting mask off, and you just put it in television.
No, you keep that wrestling shit off this show. You take the shit over there to fucking getting some color.
Nope, wrestling is life. It's here.
Wrestling's life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
disgusting thoughts. Disgusting things are being said on the show. I apologize to our listeners. Anyway, host credit scene is where we talk about what we've been playing, watching, doing, what we recommend, why we recommend it, or sometimes we just say, hey, I watched this. Who cares?
Hey, do me first.
Okay, Dubs, you go first, buddy.
I did absolutely nothing, but let's move on.
Bullshit.
Wow.
It's been 7 days. You have to watch the YouTube video that was interesting.
You haven't done anything.
No.
So you went to work and just came home and went to sleep?
You just walked in the door, just disassociated.
I mean, do you want to hear me talk about playing NHL for like the thousandth
really.
time?
That is something that you did.
Yeah, I guess.
You hate playing it?
No, I'm actually. It's weird. I know how to fucking manipulate the AI in that game.
See, he saw the patterns. There's patterns.
Wait a minute. Didn't you watch football?
No, I watch highlights.
Okay, who cares? All right. Well, you know who never disappoints on host credit scene? Chaz. Chaz, what have you been doing?
All right. So,
somebody got exposed to being in the Epstein files. No.
Well, we don't know about that yet.
I didn't say any names. Nope, nothing got said.
Yeah, I don't know who went to the island. I'm sorry.
Bugs Bunny.
If I did, I'd tell you. It may have been Bugs. Who knows? So I've had the flu. I'm technically still sick. Shouldn't be surprising. But despite that, I still managed to do some shit. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon. I've kind of made that transition over. I put my Workana stuff away. I'm not touching it for a bit.
You've put away the children's things. It's time for a man's game.
That's right, Pokemon. That's right. I actually did a cool Conquest video with one of my teammates. So Conquest is a cool format where instead of just simply playing one game, you play a series, but you each present a deck of a different type, and you have to win with all of the decks. So once you win with one deck once, you have to it's banned, and you have to move to the next one. So we did a series of that, a best of 5. It's on our YouTube video or YouTube channel, Turbo Blaze GLC. We talked before about speedrunning, and I kept watching so much speedrunning, and it really got into Castlevania there for a bit, and I decided to do my first attempt at a speedrun. I think I did this.
He's now ranked 5th in the world.
Not even close, but I gotta remember, I don't think I've mentioned this, right? Because I for some reason felt like maybe last time we recorded I mentioned the speedrun, and I'm
you mentioned that you were going to do it, and then I laughed because I said a year ago that you would.
Okay, here we go. So
that's where we left off.
Okay, so literally the next day I did my first attempt at one. So I played Symphony tonight. Unfortunately, I do not have a great version to play this on, despite owning this game 5 times over.
I mean, usually if you want to speed run for real, you got to buy Japanese hardware or some shit.
That or PC and mods and
course,
emulation and stuff. But instead, I was like, you know what? I just want to start bare bones. So I have my Rondo of Blood, the Requiem copy. So I did that. Unfortunately, that version is the worst one because all of the cheats that exist that people exploit in the game for glitching don't exist. So,
it's the most updated version. It's not broken.
Yeah, so I used that version and I did a glitchless run.
I was
So
gonna
the
say you could
idea-
always just do glitchless, just beat the game for reals.
So the version I did is glitchless. I have to beat all the bosses. I have to get all the relics. So there's really not a true category for that. Like there are ones that are all bosses, all relics, or glitchless 80%, but there's not both. So but looking at the averages, like people were doing one or the other, in variable amounts of time. I'm nowhere near those records, but I managed to play this game. I mean, I think everyone here's played Castlevania, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you all beaten that game? Like inverted
You've
Castle
never even
all-
played Symphony of the Night?
No, I played a little bit on emulator, but I never beat it.
Okay,
Huh.
so I know you played it because you a couple years ago, or maybe it was last year. You played. I think you got like to the first or second boss, and then like we hadn't talked about it since. But
They said
Yeah,
this
that-
grim dark bullshit's nonsense.
yeah,
That's when my external hard drive fried, and I was like, "This is bullshit," because that's where all my ROMs were.
Gotcha. Okay, so anyway, I played through the entirety of the game. Like I said, every boss, including all the secret bosses, all the relics, everything, and I did it in just a hair over 2.5 hours, which is, I think, pretty good because the game, I think in itself, like to actually like play through the game and do everything and do the actual full ending is like, I think on average somewhere between a 7 to 8 hour. So it's not bad for me first trying, but there's very clearly things I could fix and try. This is also without me knowing that that certain like things that they're not true glitches, but they're exploits that you can do. You can't do in this version. So
What's an example? Just give us one.
like there are certain like frame jumps that you can take advantage of where you would use the wolf to jump and then it would automatically move your pixel up so that you can then dive kick off of a candle to then put yourself up and get to access to areas that you normally need double jump to get to.
Mhm.
And like stuff like that. And then like the classic glitch that doesn't exist, which again I did glitchless anyway, but like the classic glitch that doesn't exist in the game is there's one that you can use to glitch when you talk to the librarian and get infinite money to instantly buy the duplicator.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I've
that's-
seen that. I've seen
that's-
that on Awesome
that's
Games
like-
Quick.
And that's like the super like very classic glitch because like once you do that you get access to duplicator, you have infinite magic.
All right, well, skip to the end. What time did you get?
I got 2.5 hours.
And what's the world record?
So world record for a glitchless run is, I think when I looked it up, it's like a little over an hour.
Okay, well, 2.5 hours for all of Symphony of the Night is still pretty impressive. Like
Again, glitch, and that's someone playing glitchless and just doing the bare minimum to get to Dracula and finish the game. That's not someone doing all bosses, all like when someone's doing that, it's around the same time, but then they're using glitches. Like that's the thing is like the category I kind of did doesn't exist. So I would imagine it would
You're
still
just warming up.
Yeah, and then again, it was just a dry run, like I said, with a different type of thing. But I'm
Now, is
excited
it time
about
to invest in a Japanese PlayStation or whatever?
I don't know yet. I'm still deeply intrigued. Like, and I've been
Get
watching
a
a lot of
Japanese
speedrun
Saturn and get the
videos.
bad graphics. That's where it's at.
Nah, we don't need all that. The other thing I'm really interested in is like what I've been watching. It's not just the speedrunning portion, but like there are a lot of randomizers that exist, and the
Yeah, those are
randomizers
cool.
are wild. Yeah, so like I might get into that. That seems pretty cool.
Well, if you're gonna do all this work, you should stream it.
Yeah.
You're already like streaming Pokemon card games,
Well,
and you're doing this podcast.
I mean, that would be the investment to set it up, right? Which I don't mind to do.
What investment? It's just all you need is a capture device.
No, yeah, well, okay, yeah, but if I'm actually gonna like get one where I'm trying to actually truly do it as quickly as I can, then I want to get the right like other hardware. Like,
just
I want
phone
to
it
set
in,
it up
who
on
cares?
PC or. You're such
But
an
just
enabler.
give it a shot. Like, look, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna download an emulator and emulate the perfect conditions for a Symphony of the Night speedrun. And you're not gonna necessarily like this isn't for world record. I'm just gonna do attempts. And you're going to stream on either YouTube or Twitch. And if you like it, then you will buy a capture card and maybe a Japanese PlayStation or a soft modded Japanese PlayStation 2, or I think you can do it with an English PS2 as well. And if you want help with that, Zach and I are right here. We're retro gaming guys, and I know how to mod consoles if that becomes necessary. But I don't think you can speedrun on a modded console. I think that's against the
And if you need settings for OBS, let me know.
Yeah, and then Dubs is your streaming expert. You got all the resources exist. You might as well give it a shot. And if you hate it, if it's like, oh, this is work, I fucking hate doing this, just stop doing it. Just drop it dead.
All right.
And just like Andy said about your turbo, the Pokemon thing, I did something. I went to his stream and I said, the guy to the right has a nice mat.
I watched for a while too, and I couldn't see the guy on the right. I was like, I'm fucking pissed off now. So I left. Like they kept cycling between different games, and you can see most of them. But then they focused on one game for a while, and like one of them was straight on, and the other one was like at an angle. And even when I made it full screen, I was like, is that a fucking Togepi or is that a fucking?
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about now. You were watching one of the streams like
from the shop. You guys were commenting on.
Yeah, I got you. So like we're commenting from those are just like webcams from everyone's homes, right? So we're taking so those are like the webcam games that we run online. So everyone's got their own camera set up. You have no idea what you're going to get. And
some of them suck.
Well, by default, we have to I go through at the start of the very first round. I go through and just make sure everyone's camera setup is at least like functional.
And they have pants on.
Yeah. You know.
Don't want no ding dongs around here, no diglets laying around.
Don't you porn bomb me.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm glad you guys tuned in on it. But yeah, that can be a gamble. But like if you go back and watch our Conquest, it's like pretty solid. Like we all have pretty good setups because again, we try to take it seriously. We want the content to look good. So
it is a big difference. You can tell when people are taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the commentary. It's almost like I'm gonna fucking show my getting some color chops here, but you guys were like Larry Zabisco as the color commentary for fucking Pokemon
Dude,
cards.
I'm all about the color commentary because everyone else is like straightforward, but also I can't do play-by-play because whenever I'm casting, I am also the judge. So there's a chance I get pulled away. So it makes no sense for me to be play-by-play, but I like to be the person to jump on the back and it's like, oh no, he's bringing the whole squad with him. Like I'll call people out too on bullshit. Like one time, someone had like a weird play. Like again, for Pokemon for reference, like there's a play area where someone will actually lay out their stuff. Your active Pokemon is like going to be in the front, and then the bench Pokemon are in the back. Like everything's supposed to be in a certain place, right? So one guy, his setup is crazy. It's like the lights flickering. He's got his shit everywhere, and they're all in the wrong spot. And I make a comment. I'm like, well, that Pokemon's down in the basement just checking on the laundry. Like, I just started shitting all over his setup. And I was like, you know what? And that's the only way I know how to fix it is like, let's just dunk on this guy repeatedly. And then we'll just bring it up later. Like, hey, you really need to fix your setup. And sure enough, he cleaned his setup up. And, there's more reasons to it. It's like, we're trying to do it. And we want everyone to be able to, for it to be accessible, but also like people can cheat that way, right? Like, and that could be like a lame excuse for someone to get away with cheating. Is like, oh well, I just don't have the best setup yet. It's like, well, if you don't have it, you just don't get to play, right? Like,
don't be a Peter Dinklage.
Like it's really, yeah, exactly. Don't be a fire blaster. But anyway, I've been enjoying that, and I guess streaming Castlevania can be pretty fun. I don't know, streaming in general, like I think there's a couple of games I could really enjoy, but man, some of the shit they do is wild. I don't know. It's a rabbit hole I could really get sucked into, but maybe it would be a bad thing. But that said, so all these things happened right before I got flu, and then flu really hit me and kicked my ass. And honestly, I had a little bit of a haze. I don't remember some of it. At one point, I fell asleep watching videos on shoemaking on YouTube. I don't even know how I ended up on shoemaking, but that's what was playing when I woke up once.
Cool.
But that said, I was watching a lot of speedrunning. I actually watched all.
Have you got into Summoning Salt? Have you been watching his videos?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Summoning Salt is the greatest speedrun video making guy. Go watch Summoning Salt as soon as we're done here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've been mainly watching because I
actual speedruns, I assume, but the Summoning Salt is like the historian of.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I might want to check him out. I've been watching specifically like live runs or like retrospectives on one specific to Castlevania, Mega Man, and that's from like Dragon Blitz and Jupiter Climb. Those are like the two like main guys that hold a lot of world records in those, and then just GDQ stuff. Like I watched a guy do this speed run for Resident Evil 2 remake with the guitar. That was pretty cool. That's actually a wild one. He literally beats the Claire portion of RE2 remake in under an hour. Damn. Knife only with a Guitar Hero controller. Let's
go.
It's kind of kick ass. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, that's doable. Okay. But anyway, I did watch all of Smiling Friends again out of comfort because I had flu, so I was like, just why not? And then I also watched all of the Castlevania Netflix show because I've had Castlevania on the brain, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just watch it again. I could have watched things that were new, but I was afraid that I just wouldn't remember them. I wanted something comforting.
I have the same thought in that state of mind. Yeah.
Yeah. I just had a lot of like fevers and aches. I felt pretty miserable. Kind of sucked. I feel better now, but now I have to work a bunch. So
you're gonna get sick again. See, he was yelling at me last episode. I was making fun of him for getting sick every week. Look what happened. He got sick again.
Yeah. One of the people at work today was like, we should like do some testing on you. Maybe you have HIV. And I'm like, what? Wow. Why would that be where you would go? I was like,
there are other like immune deficiencies. It's not just that one.
I can have like the one where I didn't stick something where it shouldn't go.
Maybe you got sickle cell anemia. I don't know. We need to check you for all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, my 23andMe probably.
Maybe you got lupus.
That,
lupus. Yeah. He's got lupus.
I got lupus. That's a
Dr.
common
House.
blame.
That's his fucking diagnosis.
Why are you guys talking me? I'm getting duck talked. No.
Well, newbie, no.
Mm-mm.
Is that it? Were you just sick and nothing else?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, well then I'm gonna go because Big Trouble Rip's still going great. I like it a lot. Please, my next subscriber is a huge milestone. My next subscriber is gonna be number 69. So
nice.
So
if you want to be subscriber number 69 after you hear this, you better rush over there.
The most important thing is that you get to 68. You didn't get stuck at 67 for a long time. So
67.
Yeah, no, I was at 67 for like a couple of days. I was like, oh, that's obnoxious. And I hit 68 like yesterday, and I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Zach, did you just do the Chris Farley? You didn't do this. You did it looked like you did the Chris Farley thing where he's like the Saturday Night Live thing.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
You could only see his shoulders, so you don't know what he was doing. Yeah.
I tried.
I just saw his hands. Okay.
But anyway, the Big Trouble is still going great. I've been opening weird stuff. I opened Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if people liked it. I don't know if I'll do it anymore.
There's a bunch of shit I didn't recognize. I watched that one. I was like, I don't know what any of that stuff is.
Me neither. Like, I was like, what if these cards are worth a lot of money? Like, that has happened once or twice. I've opened something that's worth money. I've been like, I don't know what this is. Like, I need to do better research.
Was it like 6 cards or something? It was like really piddly.
One of the packs is 6 cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is weird. The cards are small. The packs are weird amounts, whatever. But little teaser, I did order some I ordered some stuff from Asia today that I'm going to open. It's Pokemon, but I ordered some cool stuff coming to the channel pretty soon. And of course we've got Gundam coming up at the end of the month, so lots of cool stuff coming to the channel.
Mongolian Digimon cards.
Mongolian Digimon cards, that's right. This one's called Conmon. Anyway, but on the real stuff, I watched a movie kind of by accident, actually. Criterion channel has Criterion 24/7, which is on the Criterion channel to just play movies back to back to back to back to back. Well, sometimes it's movies and sometimes it's shorts. And I got up one morning on the weekend and didn't have to do anything. So I was like, I just want something to make noise. I'm going to go make breakfast. And I put on a movie, and it was a French movie, and it was a musical, and it was like a romance. And like all of these things are completely antithetical to like what I normally want to see. But for some reason, it was really catchy. And I was like, what the fuck's going on in this movie? And just got like sucked into it. It's called A Room in Town. And it literally is. It takes place in the 50s. And there's like a big labor strike going on. And it's just this guy has a girlfriend. And then he gets a new room. And he falls in love with his landlord's daughter. And then a bunch of stuff happens, a bunch of French stuff. That's the best way I can describe it. That is fine. I liked it. Other than that, I finished because I started before, but I finally finished the OVA Area 88. It's an 80s anime. There's actually a newer version of it from the 2000s, but they used CGI to do all the jets and fuck that. But the version from the 80s is all hand-drawn animation, and it is primo stuff. It's about this Japanese guy is training to be an airliner pilot, and he's got like a real hot girlfriend, and she's literally the daughter of the president of the company, so he's like set for life. And this asshole gets him drunk and tricks him into signing up for this foreign legion. And so they like take him away, and he has to work for this fictional Middle Eastern country where there's a civil war going on. And basically you only get your freedom after either 3 years or you make $1.5 million. And it's based on like targets that you hit, like you shoot down enemy planes or you blow up enemy tanks or you do missions. And that's what it's about, is he's trying to gain his freedom so he can get back to his fiance before this asshole like steals her and like does a bunch of other stuff. It's kind of interesting because it does go and show like what's going on there every once in a while, and it's pretty interesting too. But honestly, the animation of the combat is just so good because it's 80s and it's hand drawn, and just that's the best. 80s and 90s anime is just the best. But that went right along with it. Like I said, it came out in the late 80s, and there's a canyon run in it where they have to fly a bunch of fighter jets down a canyon. That is, that's the concept for what Ace Combat became. And as you know, I've been playing a bunch of Ace Combats lately. I'm still on Ace Combat 7, right at the end of the game right now. That game's cool. They do a bunch, like you'd think after this many games they'd run out of neat ideas, but it's not really a spoiler, but like a major story thing happens in Ace Combat 7 where you are assaulting the enemy capital and a bunch of important stuff's going on. And coincidentally, both the enemy and your military use satellite seeking missiles, which is a real technology that can happen, to shoot down communication satellites. But because both of them do it the same day, it causes a huge cascade effect, and like all the satellites are wiped out on this half of the globe, and there's no communication, and all of your stuff stops working. Like you can't see enemies or allies on your heads up display, so you have to do a mission at night where you're protecting a defector, but there's a civil war going on in the enemy, but also your army is invading the city, so you have to identify targets by sight. Like you have to get close, and the infrared camera on your aircraft sends information to AWACS, and they're like, they're on your side, don't shoot them. Like, it's a really, really stressful and interesting mission. It's really cool. But yeah, that game has surprised outright, left and right, and it's beautiful, and just the dogfights are so much fun. I was playing a mission and shooting down planes and just sitting in my living room and going, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Like a bunch of like real close situations, having a lot of fun. I can't recommend Ace Combat 7 enough. That game goes on sale all the time. Dubs, you need to play it. You said you might.
I was too busy sleeping.
I know. It's a shame because recently it was on sale for $6. That's when I got it on the Switch 2. And if it was still on sale, I was just going to buy it for you, but it went back up to full price at $60 again. So
it's on PlayStation for on sale right now, and good. I have until February 6th, so I'll get it.
You should get it. It's a lot of fun, and especially if it's that cheap. You can get the DLC later. You can get all the Top Gun stuff later.
I could order it. Jeez, I could buy it for $15. I ain't gonna break the bank.
No, but yeah, that game's great. But yeah, it's still combat stuff. Oh, I'm still working on my F-15 model too. As long as we're talking about fucking jet combat stuff I've done, and
you went fucking hard on jet fighter shit.
It's just that's the way it is. It's one thing one week, and then my hyperfixation becomes something else the next week. That's not to say I'm not still like real into the Gundam card game. That's still one of my loves too, of course. But whatever. Speaking of the Gundam card game and associated media properties, Zach, what have you been doing?
Oh, well, I've been still watching some Gundam AGE. I got through the first protagonist change. It's not a spoiler because they kind of let you know from that, right? Hey, the story follows like 3 generations of characters in the same family. Yeah. And now I understand some of the context behind some of the cards and stuff that are in the game. It's like, this is all cool. I just don't know what any of this shit is. Now I like it better. But They have new types in Gundam AGE. They just call it something else. They call them X-Rounders.
That makes sense.
That's what X-Rounder is. It's basically just new type. They just don't want to call it new type.
Oh, yeah. I saw that in the trait field on the cards. I wonder what that was.
Yeah. Now they do something kind of cool. Something else kind of cool in AGE where they set up like who the enemy faction is. And like, I don't want to get into it, but like they reveal what they actually are at the last episode of Flit's arc, when he's the protagonist. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't think Gundam's really ever done that, taken that angle before.
They're ghosts.
They're not ghosts. But yeah, still enjoying it. I'll probably have some other things to say about it later. I watched the season finale of Land Man. It was good. And they're setting up like all this crazy stuff I can't really get into in case anybody ever wants to watch it. So it was good.
So, fair enough.
I heard Sam. Is this the second season you're talking about?
Yeah.
I heard Sam Elliott did a scene, and apparently he like did it from his heart and stuff, and like people were crying on set.
It's like I was saying on the last episode, is like he's reached this level of being able to act where he can just like kind of like look sad, and it just makes you feel fucking sad. God damn. But no, his character is pretty interesting because he's the main character's dad, and they work in the oil business, and he was like a guy who worked in the oil fields his whole life till he had to retire, and he's like physically broken down.
God, that's a perfect cast, dude. Fucking Billy Bob Thornton and Sam Elliott as the dad. That's a good cast right there.
Yeah. And like he's physically broke down. He's living in like an old folks home, like by himself, basically. And his life did not go the way he thought it was going to. Let's just leave it at that.
Same, brother. Same.
So yeah, it's kind of about the second season is kind of about him getting back with his son a little bit. Them kind of reconnecting. There's a fractured relationship there. What else did I watch? I watched a really long ass YouTube video from like a channel I haven't watched in a while. It's a guy who he makes long form video essays. His name's Noah Caldwell-Gervais.
I heard that for some reason.
I watched a few of his videos a while back. Kind of fell off from watching them again. He doesn't release all the time. It's like every few months he does something.
He's got a real job, probably.
I think that is his real job. He just has a Patreon.
Oh.
He's doing pretty good. He makes about $10,000 a month. So, he did one about Diablo though, and I was like, okay, I want to watch this because it's about one of the franchises I really like. And it was interesting because he kind of took it from this whole angle of it. It started out being like a very PC kind of game, as in personal computer back in like 1997. Like you couldn't play a game like that anywhere else but on the computer.
And the PlayStation 1.
Well, yeah, it doesn't play the same though.
I know. It's
Yeah.
But like, it still blows my mind that nobody ever thought let's do a port of Diablo 2 on consoles. Like they really left a lot of money on the table there.
Yeah, they did.
But it kind of morphed over time into something else, kind of like leaning more into like the negative aspects of the game design of Diablo, which is like, and he takes it from an angle of like comparing it to Vegas and like those fucking video poker machines, kind of, where it all revolves around getting your fucking fix, getting into what he calls like the machine zone. When you play something or you get into something and it just kind of becomes mechanical, and you get in this zone where all you do is that fucking rote action over and over and over, but you're not really getting any enjoyment out of it necessarily. It's just you're doing it because you got to get in the zone. You want to be in the zone.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah, and like he was quoting some kind of book he read about. Some woman wrote like some kind of book about like gambling and like effects on people or something. And a lot of people who sit around and play like this video poker games, like they don't do it for money. They do it because they like getting in the zone. And there's like, in some ways, that's kind of what Diablo did turn into. It just leans more into like, we want to get you in the loot loop and pay for
all
your
the seasons now,
battle pass and all that shit.
It's all about DLCs and microtransactions. Fuck you. Do you want a chicken nugget?
I still don't like. I still kind of want to play Diablo 4 like more seriously. I got it, played it a little bit when it first came out, and then like I fell off of it really fast because something else came out and took my attention away from it. Still want to go back and play that one. 3, I still have like a lot of really mixed feelings about. I kind of don't really like it that much.
3 I beat because I was playing it and I was in the zone, I guess. But after I beat it, I was like, oh, okay, well, that was a cool game. And a friend of ours kept saying like, oh, you need to play with me. We're doing all the seasons. They did more stuff. Like once you beat it, it's not beat. You got to keep playing it. I was like, no, it's beat.
It's beat. You're just getting more stuff. You're just playing it to get more stuff at that point.
He maintains that's not the game, and I was like, well, if that's not the game, then I don't want to play the game.
Yeah,
that's kind of what happened
in World of Warcraft.
Exactly. That's kind of what he was talking about in the video, though, is when he was playing 4. He's like, there's one game which is where you play the story, and then there's the other game after that.
That's what our friend plays. I played the game. So.
And as soon as he was finished with the first game, he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And he didn't want to play the other game.
That's how games should be, by the way.
Well, different people have different wants, I guess. If one game can satisfy more people, that's going to be more money for Blizzard.
Yeah.
That's the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I'm with you. I'd rather just play the story.
Same here. I'm the first game kind of guy. I always have been for that series. I mean, that's not saying I didn't
especially with that series. Like playing online with people on Diablo 2 is fun, but I wouldn't call that the draw.
Yeah, don't get me wrong either. It's not like I didn't play Diablo 2 a lot or 1 even. But it always got to a point with me where I'm like, okay, I've had my fill. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not a good MMO player because of that.
Same. I get burned out pretty quickly.
I get to like level 20 and I'm like, is this all this is?
Yeah.
A lot of that. But yeah, it was a cool video. I'm gonna watch some more. He did one on Resident Evil. It's like 8 hours, but he's like, there's talking about all the games in Resident Evil. There's more Resident Evil games than there is Diablo. So might talk about that one later. I've been playing another game I didn't expect to get into because I think I was looking at like GOG and I was having like these flashbacks of playing like old PC games, and something caught my eye and made me think about this old game I used to play called Lords of the Realm 2. And I was like, how much is this? It's like they sell you all 3 for like $6, or the old ones anyway, the 1 and 2. And I was like, yeah, I'll get this for $6, and I started playing it, and I've got locked in on that game because it's one of those turn-based strategy games where you can like, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff, and then in my turn, and then you're like, I'm going to play a little bit more, and you just keep going until it's 3 a.m. or something. It's a weird game though because it's kind of a hybrid. It's mostly a turn-based strategy game, but there's real-time battles when you get into army battles. You can auto-calculate those battles if you want. I'd never recommend doing that though because they never come out in your favor unless you like completely outnumber the other guy. It's always better to play the battles. The only thing that kind of sucks about the battles is the pathfinding isn't very good. It's kind of a big no-no in RTS. You got to have good pathfinding. Otherwise, you just babysit your units all the time because you're too stupid and they don't fucking go where you want them to and they end up getting killed or something. Really, where a lot of the gameplay comes from is the management. It's like you're trying to manage all this food. Like, I want to grow grain so I can make wheat so my people can eat and they can harvest in the fucking fall and then they'll have wheat to eat. Or I got to manage our dairy. I got to not tax people too much or they get pissed off, I
feel that one.
And then, like, you have to manage, like, disasters that happen. Like, a field flooded. It's fucked. You lost this field. Or there was a drought. Or you have mad cow disease. And we had to kill 30 of your cattle. All kinds of stuff like that. But then you have to deal with all the other lords. And there's, like, 4 other lords. And you can try to do diplomacy with them. That shit doesn't work, though. It never works. At best, you can, like, get somebody to not attack you for a while. Until they turn on you. The funniest thing about like playing the computer in this game though is they always seem to like go way too hard on like making armies and trying to kill you. And you could just kind of wait it out, almost like an Age of Empires game where it's like you just keep weathering their storm they keep throwing at you until they just burn themselves out.
They run out of resources, sure.
In this case, they drafted all their people into an army. They used up all their food. So like everybody hates the fucking government and they have no food and they tax them to death. So that you could just go in there and take over their town, and then you realize there's like 100 people left. They tax them at 35% and they're starving.
Whoosh.
And now you have to like rebuild that county from like that guy fucking ruining it. That's the hard part. Is trying to get people to come back. But it's a really fun game. I had a hard time playing it. It originally came out in 1997 because I didn't understand a lot of that shit when I was, a kid. I was like 10 years old or something. But it's pretty cool. I like it. And that's pretty much it. I've been playing that a lot.
Okay.
It sounds like a time sink.
It is, but it's fun.
Does sound a bit like that.
Speaking of time sinks, if you want to see even more of us, make sure that you follow us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast, and of course YouTube, where you get to see us live right now or other times. And you can, of course, watch all the old episodes as well. And if you like us individually, make sure you follow me at Big Trouble Rips, where I open cards all the time. Follow Chaz over at Turbo Blaze GLC, where they talk about Pokemon cards and why they're good and bad. Pokemon, good or bad. And make sure you follow both Zach and Dubs over at Getting Some Collar, that show about wrestling, if that's your thing.
Yeah,
and of course,
are we?
Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, Zach. Are we doing 2 of the Monday night shows?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then, if weather permits me to participate tomorrow.
Oh, right. We're bracing to like lose power or whatever is going to happen up here in Appalachia.
Yeah, we'll see you guys after the next ice age.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't worry, he'll be okay.
Well, in the meantime, barring that, make sure you go check out Getting Some Collar. They're going to be talking about 2 Monday night shows and a bunch of other stuff no one gives a goddamn about. And make sure you also watch Spaceman.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to discuss it next week.
Yep. On Adam Sandler Month.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Later, guys. Peace.
See ya.